Dum 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 dum. Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V without my ukulele still, and this is round two of the League Challenge that happened at Die Hard Games on November 16th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. League Challenge Thursday, December 21st at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at Die Hard Games such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick. Subscribe to this channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Say what you need to say in the comments and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's get into this round two. Let me make sure I have my playback speed where I want it. You guys didn't see this. All right, and here we go. We have on the left Gardevoir, on the right Lumineon. Now we got Gardevoir versus Rapid Strike here. Whoa, Rapid Strike's going first. Okay. Energy attached to the Lumineon there, along with the Forest Seal Stone. That's the bailout there. Forest Seal Stone gives Pokemon V the V Star Power ability, Star Alchemy. When you use that V Star Power ability, you could search your deck for a card. Pick a card, any card, and guess what card's going to be found here? That Battle VIP Pass item card. You can only play it on your first turn, but when you do, you search your deck for two basic Pokemon and put them on your bench. Remoraid and Rapid Strike Urshifu V being found here. Interesting to bring the Urshifu V in straight away as it's weak to Psychic. And let's see what else our Rapid Strike player has. Rapid Strike Energy in hand, but I already played an Energy for turn, so nothing else to do but to pass. Play resumes. Our play starts on Gardevoir's side. Ralts is put onto the bench. Level Ball being played here. Level Ball lets you search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less and put it into your hand. So more so going to take a look through the deck here for the first deck search, see what's available in deck, and going to ultimately decide on that Mew, Mysterious Tail Mew, shiny golden Mew, put onto the bench there. I imagine we have an energy in hand in order to retreat to that Mew after the deck cut, of course. Psychic energy attached to the Ralts to pay for free retreat to promote the Mew, and it will use its Mysterious Tail ability to look at the top 6 cards of the deck and find an item card. What's the item card we want to find there? Battle VIP Pass. Anything you can do, I can do better and cheaper, says Mew. That Manaphy with its Water Veil protecting the bench Pokemon, all bench Pokemon, from opponent's Pokemon attack damage. Importantly hitting the bench there, along with the Radiant Greninja and its powerful Concealed Cards ability. Discard an energy card and draw 2. Good setup going for our Gardevoir player here. Lumineon, Forest Seal Stone bailing out our Rapid Strike player here on their first turn. So what a good series, an exciting series of events we have for our round 2 of our league challenge here. Discard pile being inventoried there. Looked like they were going for an energy attachment, but that's already happened this turn. Not much else to do but to pass here. Another Ralts could be good. Also keeping the bench space open's good, just depends on what's in hand. And in deck, of course, if this Gardevoir list plays something like Lumineon V, which there we go, Lumineon V hitting the field there. It's Luminous Sign ability activating when it's played from your hand to the bench. You could search your deck for a supporter card. No supporter card was played this turn, right? Our player's taking a look through the deck, trying to decide what's the optimal supporter for this turn. It could even be saving it for next turn since the board is pretty much set up for them. But I think you would hold the Lumineon V in if you were gonna use a supporter for the next turn to be a little more flexible. We'll see what they decide to pick. Iono. Okay. See, it looks like there's 5 or 6 cards in the opponent's hand. That Iono will preserve what's in the Gardevoir player's hand as well. So, okay, supporter to play now. That Rapid Strike Urshifu V, who's Psychic Weak, looking mighty fine to our Gardevoir player here. And Iono will be the supporter for turn. Both players shuffle their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards equal to their remaining prize cards. Both players getting fresh hand of 6 in this instance. So really just prepping for next turn. Energy is already attached. Greninja's ability already used. There we go. Forest Seal Stone attached to the Lumineon V for some insurance for next turn. I don't think it's going to be used this turn. Just in case the hand's disrupted next turn, they'll have something on the board to be able to search their deck for anything. Play resumes on Rapid Strike side. Starting things off with a Nest Ball. That lets you search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto the bench. So I imagine we're going to see that Inteleon V being found here and put onto the bench. Would probably, again, have liked to have seen that last turn to get the double gunners going this turn because of that Manaphy on the opposing side, but Manaphy was forced to be put down, so instead going to Ultra Ball, discarding Forest Seal Stone and a Water Energy to search the deck for a Pokemon. Stage 10, Mega, Basic, any Pokemon with that Ultra Ball here. Are you a fan of Ultra Ball in this format? Let me know what you think in the comments. So I'm most likely going to search for that Octillery here. Nope, another Inteleon V actually. Maybe would have liked to seen the Octillery, and then the Octillery could find the Inteleon V with its Rapid Strike search. Once per turn, search your deck for a Rapid Strike card is Octillery's ability. But just depends on what's in hand. Maybe there's one already in hand. Lumineon retreats into Inteleon V. Rapid Strike energy being attached to that Inteleon V. And Karina's Focus is a supporter for turn. Draw up to 6. 5 cards it looks like being drawn there. That Octillery would be very nice to be found here. Don't quite need the Alakazam, Radiant Alakazam yet, since there's no damage on the opponent's side of the field. So it looks like Inteleon V attacks for 40 damage. And play resumes on Gardevoir's side. Kirlia evolving on the bench there. Radiant Greninja pitching a energy to draw a couple cards with its ability. Our discard pile being inventoried here, mostly seeing how many psychic energy are in there, as that's the whole strategy of this Gardevoir EX deck with its Psychic Embrace ability to accelerate psychic energy from the discard pile. The Fog Crystal being played here. Search the deck for a basic psychic Pokemon or energy. Energy being found in this case, as we have plenty of Pokemon on the bench there. No more room for any other basics. We still have a Kirlia Refinement to use to get more psychic energy in the discard pile. Refinement, discard a card, and draw 2 cards. Refining that deck to the most perfect form it can be, but most importantly, getting those psychic energy in the discard pile to be accelerated with Gardevoir EX Psychic Embrace. Curlia just evolved. It can't evolve anymore this turn. The Ralts can, though, with a rare candy, or can go into another Curlia. But let's see what we get off of this Mysterious Tail Mew in the active here, looking at the top 6. Searching for the ideal item card to continue this turn. Just depends on what's in the hand, and I can't quite see it. There's also that Forest Seal Stone, so any card can be grabbed here. I don't think you're really in a rush to... Well, okay, I guess a play could be evolve into that Gardevoir EX. Battle VIP pass being found off of Mysterious Tail here. Play could be evolve that Ralts into Gardevoir EX with rare candy. Use something like Boss's Orders to bring up that Psychic Weak Urshifu V on the bench and then attack it with the Gardevoir EX that swings for 190 damage with weakness more than enough to KO the Urshifu V on the bench for 2 prizes. We see the rare candy allowing that Ralts to immediately evolve into that Gardevoir EX. I believe there are at least 3 Psychic Energy in the discard pile. Forest Seal Stone finds the boss's orders. You could retreat the Mew by accelerating energy. Oh no, you can't. You have to have energy in hand in order to retreat that Mew or a switch card since it has 40 damage on it. Psychic Embrace says you can attach from your discard pile Psychic Energy to your Psychic Pokemon in any way you like, but for each Psychic Energy that's accelerated, 2 damage counters are placed on that Pokemon, and you cannot KO a Pokemon to use that ability. Wow, so that Inteleon V 40 damage attack coming in crucial. Wow, I wonder if our player was considering that play at all. Just depends on what's in hand. Opponent has 6 cards in hand clearly. Wow, I'm just going to pass things over to a Rapid Strike player who puts down a Tower of Waters. That gives Rapid Strike Pokemon 2 less retreat costs. Irida, the supporter for turn here, lets you search the deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. That Octillery being found and evolved, and the Nest Ball being chosen to bring the Yoga Looping Medicham V out of the deck. Octillery uses its Rapid Strike search to search for that Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX, immediately evolving it in the active spot. Now all we need is Rapid Strike Energy to power up that Medicham V. Wow, there it goes. Energy retrieval, bringing back water energy from the discard pile to the hand. The Inteleon VMAX retreats for free thanks to the Stadium into that Medicham V. Okay, Double Gunner being used. Double Gunner is Inteleon VMAX's ability. Discard a water energy. Once per turn, you may choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon and put 2 damage counters on each of them. So that Manaphy taking 2 damage counters, and probably the Curlia. Now the Lumineon softening that up. And now our Medicham V is going to use its powerful Yoga Loop attack. Put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If the Yoga Loop takes a KO, you just take another turn. So put 2 damage counters on that Mew to finish it off, take the KO, take a prize, and now just start your turn over again. After, of course, your Opponent promotes a new active, that Manaphy being put into the active spot. What a game. Showcasing the power of these two decks, especially the Rapid Strike deck. Metacham retreating for free thanks to Tower of Waters into that giant Inteleon VMAX. Melanie being played here. Accelerate a water energy, attach a water energy, let's say, from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon V, and then draw 3 cards. That water going on that Urshifu V on the bench. It looks like we're debating on playing Ultra Ball. Yes, Ultra Ball, discarding Octillery and Professor's Research to search the deck for an Inteleon VMAX, I believe. You don't evolve the Urshifu V until you need it, so it's if the opponent KOs it, they're only taking 2 prize cards, not 3, by knocking out a VMAX. So there we go, Inteleon VMAX on the bench, evolving. Double gunner established here in our round 2 of the League Challenge. Double gunner number 1 being used to put 2 damage counters on the fish and on the Curlia. Second double gunner being used to put 2 more damage counters on those 2 Pokemon. And Inteleon VMAX attacks and takes the KO on the Manaphy. Inteleon VMAX attack Gmax Spiral 70 plus. You may put an energy card attached to this Pokemon into your hand. If you do, it does 70 more damage. So really could have left the energy on, but very nice to preserve it in the hand for more flexibility on the next turn. Manaphy's KO'd. A new Pokemon must be promoted on the side of Gardevoir. Curlia being put into the active spot, and play resumes over on the left. Reversal Energy is live and being put on to the active. Radiant Greninja pitches another energy to draw 2 more cards. Ultra Ball being played to perfectly discard 2 useless Battle VIP Pass to search the deck for a Pokemon. And it's that Shining Arcana Gardevoir. So do we have enough to take the one shot on the opposing VMAX here? Shining Arcana Gardevoir has the attack. Oh, well, first let's do the refinement and draw a couple cards. Shining Arcana Gardevoir has the attack. Brainwave, I think it's called, with technically no damage cap. So with enough psychic energy and that reversal energy, can KO VMAX's. Artisan Stadium being put down here. The discard pile being eyeballed here to do some counts on the energy, with that Manaphy being separated as well. Telegraphs a potential Super Rod to be played. There we go. Super Rod being played to shuffle back in from the deck a couple Pokemon. Artisan being used to immediately retrieve that Manaphy. Bench protection from opponent's Pokemon attack damage is back online. Looking at that Urshifu there. And our Gardevoir player so far is responding very well. They have the Shining Arcana in hand. For 3 colorless, Brainwave does, I know, base 150. It's 60 plus 30 more for each psychic energy attached to that Gardevoir. The reversal energy is activated right now since the opponent has more prize cards, so that counts as 3 energy, 3 psychic energy. Currently, of course. There is 40 damage on that Shining Arcana Gardevoir. I was missing that this whole time. So that severely limits the damage cap. of the Gardevoir, since the Gardevoir EX can accelerate from the discard pile psychic energy, but it cannot KO the Pokemon, of course. You wouldn't KO it, but that damage already on there limits the power of the Brainwave. Looks like Forest Seal Stone was activated there. Star Alchemy. V-Star Power ability lets you search your deck for a card. So the perfect card was grabbed there. Looks like it was Iono. Some disruption here. Both players shuffle their hand and put it at the bottom and draw for their remaining prize cards. Our Gardevoir player will get 6 from the top here. Rapid Strike will get 4, of course. Now the Shining Arcana Gardevoir can accelerate energy from the top of the deck. Its Shining Arcana ability. Look at the top 2 cards of the deck. If there's any energy in those 2 cards, you can attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So that's the way to get more energy on to that Gardevoir without damaging it with Gardevoir EX's Psychic Embrace. Ultra Ball was played here, discarding a couple card energy and another card to find a Ralts to put onto the bench for options next turn. Shining Arcana being used, looking at the top 2. No energy, but 2 more cards drawn and added to the hand there. And now some math. How many energy do I need to put on this Shining Arcana to take the one shot? Looks like we're going for 4. That's going to bring the damage on Gardevoir to 80. And I'm guessing, oh no, to 120. And either that's enough to take the KL, I'm being lazy and not doing the math, or it's, just do as much damage as we can to this opposing VMAX, swing as hard as we can into it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the VMAX tanked. I felt like we needed more, but like I said, being a little lazy in the professor's lab this afternoon, letting our players, take the pop quiz and figure it out. So Inteleon VMAX severely damaged. Play resumes on their side. Tower of Water is being put down. Inteleon VMAX retreats safely to the bench thanks to that Tower of Waters. Oh my gosh. Um, Energy retrieval being used to pull back from the discard to the hand a couple water energies. That Metacham V in the active spot ready to Yoga Loop this Shining Arcana Gardevoir with only 20 HP left to take another turn. Let's see what else we got. I got some double gunners, double gunner. 40 damage onto the Ralts, 40 onto the Manaphy, thanks to the double gunner. Rapid Strike energy being attached to the healthy bench and Inteleon VMAX and Professor's Research being played to discard the hand and draw 7 fresh, brand new cards. And there we go, Yoga Loop onto the active. 2 damage counters, it takes the KO, so now our Rapid Strike player takes another turn. 2 Yoga Loops. You guys didn't know you were about to see that during this game, did you? Manaphy promoted into the active spot, and play resumes again on Rapid Strike side. Gonna go down to at least 2 prizes this turn. We do have double gunners to resolve. Gonna start things off with that Irida. Searching the deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. Not sure if there's any more energy retrievals in the deck. That would definitely be a 2 prize turn. Any other way to find water energy? This is pre-Paradox Rift, so we don't have anything like that Earthen Vessel. Our player just consulting the hand to inform what to grab off of this Irida from the deck. All your water Pokemon are fully evolved, so nothing really to grab there. It's going to pass on the water Pokemon. Instead, going to grab that energy search. Play the energy search to search deck for a basic water energy and add it to the hand. That is the 70 HP Ralts on the bench there. So a single double gunner will not take the KO on it. But double gunner to the Ralts and the big fish. Oh, did we get the... I think I missed something there. Let's go back here just for fun. We can go back in time and through time. Maybe there is 60 damage on it. Looks like it's 40, and I have obviously not been keeping track, so I'll trust our players are doing the right thing here. 60 damage on that Ralts, it seems then. And we're taking 2 prizes this turn. You cannot Yoga Loop with Medicham V back to back, so we won't see anything crazy like that. But oh, never mind. There was a double gunner in hand. There was already a water energy in hand. So 2 waters being discarded, 2 double gunners being activated. 4 damage counters going on to that Ralts, bringing it up to 80, taking the KO. And 4 more damage counters going on to that Lumineon V, Medicham V, free retreating into that Inteleon VMAX thanks to the Tower of Waters. Professor V was being a little silly there, missing some things. But what an exciting game we are seeing being wrapped up now. Inteleon VMAX attacks for 140, KOing that Manaphy Gardevoir EX with the most HP being put into the active spot. And what can our Gardevoir player do? It looks like concede. No real lines to victory that I could see either on that side. Maybe you could boss. Let's see, you can boss and bring up that Urshifu V, take the KO on it with the Gardevoir EX for 2 prizes, but then what do you do after that? That Lumineon V has so much damage on it already. It's probably going to go down in the following turns anyways, so our player sees no way out and concedes. Let's move on to this next game, right? What an awesome round 2. What do you guys think of this video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab. Dun -dun -dun.